Ukraine is running out of shells, and Estonian proposal is that we should start a pan-European procurement scheme to start a systematic delivery of 155 shells to Ukraine, and this target should be, as Ukraine has pledged, 1 million shells, and this will be around 4 billion euros. And if we look to compare to the figures today, so this is a situation where as much as shells produces Ukraine daily, Russia uses daily, European Union produces per month. And in the current military industry capabilities, we can reach the need of Ukraine around 6 years, and this is fully unacceptable. We need to make further steps on accountability, and any kind of compromises about a hybrid tribunal, I think, are not in this paradigm we need to work. Because if we will create any institution which will not have an opportunity to take into account the crimes personally committed by Putin, so we have failed morally and legally. And also it's important to work immediately on seizure of Russian frozen assets. The time is there critical, and in coming weeks we have to have a holistic approach to pressure Russia, and therefore a lowering Russian crude oil gap is a must to $30 level. $60 is far too high, and we need also to create, the Estonian proposal is to create LNG, Russian LNG also to put a price cap to that, because Russia gets billions from that business. And we are having today already discussion with Moldovan foreign minister. We need to put these oligarchs who are Russian proxies also to the sanctions list of European Union. We need to give more security support to Ukraine by European Peace Facility.
Minister, if China were to deliver weapons, what would be the consequences?
Positive. So more weapons means speedier end of this genocidal war. And we should remind President Zelensky has targeted very clear timeline. 2023, this year, will be end of this war if Ukraine will get enough ammunition and weapons, conventional weapons, without any political caveats. Those who say that maybe fighter jets, long-range missiles without caveats are too escalative are wrong, because Russia is already using all the menu, a la carte menu of these conventional weapons.
Minister, the Europeans are talking.
There's some suggestion from Secretary Blinken that China might be about to send weapons to Russia. How concerned are you about that?
Very. As we are very concerned about Iran being a proxy in that context to Russia, thousands of drones have given by Iran to Russian possession. They are training in Ukrainian soil Russian soldiers, and there need to be strong consequences towards Iran, also in the context that we need to pressure by all means also and give a warning to China that international community will anyhow not accept it, and it will make also, I hope they do not want to see hands covered with blood of China also, and I hope they will not take that stance to start to deliver weapons to Russia.
Minister, the Europeans are talking lately only about sanctions, about deliver weapons to Ukrainian, and not talk at all about peace. Does it mean that the peace or stopping this war is very far?
Peace is modus vivendi of all our actions. Modus operandi is to achieve the peace, and these are the elements to reach to the peace are support Ukraine and resist Russia. And the reality is that Russia has not given any centimeter of its strategic intent to take control over all the Ukraine, and this is the context we today stand. So Estonia fully supports the President Zelensky's 10-point peace plan, and we encourage all the parties act immediately.
Could the EU afford to sanction China if they were to deliver weapons?
I think in a holistic approach, secondary sanctions are very reasonable to study. And on China, yes, we need to do everything to avoid such kind of strategic leverage of Russia to get.
What is in the 10 sanctions package, and is it enough? What is in the 10 sanctions package that is coming this week?
It is a step further, but far from being enough. So what we need is fully cut all the Russian financial system, what they are using also to circumvent sanctions. Secondly, as I said, the oil gap, and also link Russian LNG gas to this oil gap. And what we need is that we will address more harshly these countries who are circumventing the sanctions, and there is a vast list of them.
Do you have any information on what Russia could plan from the 24th, and if so, what kind?
From European peace facility, and this kind what Moldovan government finds appropriate in the current context. I think we should not, we should to be determined that we give a practical security support to Moldova, what is needed. Now, basically, from EU peace facility are around 40 million packages going. One element is cyber security, and Estonia is like a subcontractor or provider of this pan-European project. And as I said, Moldova has asked to put this list, to put the sanctioning list, the oligarchs who are basically trying to orchestrate coup d'etat.
Do you have any information on what Putin might plan for the 24th, for the anniversary of the Russian invasion?
Something ugly, at least rhetorically.
And what is happening on the ground? Any information on that when it comes to the new offensive?
I think that there is a preparatory phase on that. They are the gathering of reserves is going on, and at the same time they are trying not in the all front line, but in particular places to get leverage. Thank you.
Russia in the corner and humiliate Russia. In these circumstances, are you worried that if you support more Ukraine and you want to break Russia, the risk of war extended to another countries is there and more high?
I think that if we will let aggressor, as leaders of aggressor, but also aggressor or state as entity, unpunished, this will rise a threat that this aggression could also repeat itself in other directions or in other time. And therefore, I think what is needed, we have from the near past understood, Russia, the current Putin regime, understands only power as willpower and determination of free world countries to resist it, but also a practical, solid capabilities to defend ourselves. And that would be the approach. And Russia, I think, already is in the corner, as psychologically, but also in the context of international relations. And of course, Russia consists of immense threat to Europe, and therefore not to give gradual rise to Russian ambitions is truly to help Ukraine win.
Thank you very much, sir.